Throughout your life, you've poured your energy, your hope, and your heart into the world. You've been loyal to the grind, patient with life's delays, and kind in moments when no one was watching. Each day inside you a small but insistent voice whispers, "If we reap what we sow, the universe owes me. When will I get paid?" Here's the shocking truth. You're right, but not quite right. Yes, there is a cosmic balance sheet, and yours feels long overdue. But the universe doesn't settle its debts with lottery tickets or random strokes of luck. What it holds for you is greater than an uncoordinated erratic payout. It is an assured reserve of abundance, love, and success that has your name on it. The reason you haven't received it yet isn't because it's missing, or that the universe doesn't respond to your struggle. Rather, as you will soon see, it's because it responds to something different. So, if we agree that the reserve is yours, my guess is that you most likely want to know one or all of four things. 1. What are the barriers that have stood and are still standing between you and what's rightfully yours? 2. How does God's reserve bank operate? 3. What is the 3-step protocol to making a withdrawal? And finally, what are the signs of a successful withdrawal, and how can you further consolidate the process for the rest of your life? Well, that's what this video is about. By its end, you will know how to finally collect what the universe owes you, or rather, draw down from its reserve account what is already stored in your name. Beginning with the barriers, you are completely right in expecting a payout for all you have put into life because, truth be told, your efforts were never meant to be an empty sacrifice. By divine ordination, they were always meant to be an investment. Investments pay returns, and God does not owe. The truth is, most of us don't know how to access our returns, and we are not to blame, because no one taught us anything other than giving, giving, and more giving. Next, let's clarify the misconceptions most folks hold about how the universe's banking reserves operate. The universe is not a sloppy accountant who has forgotten you. It's a meticulous record keeper. Every ounce of love you gave, every late-night effort, every moment you chose kindness over cruelty, it's all accounted for. And you don't need to beg to have it back, because nothing was ever taken from you. Nothing of yours was ever touched or misappropriated. Instead, it was cataloged, and its value increased 1,000,000 times over. It has also always been sitting in a spiritual trust, waiting for you to claim your inheritance. The reason you don't have it yet is because by the principle of, as above, so below, the universe operates on the same principle as a bank. No claim, no release. Your Creator assumes that you already know how much it loves you and that once you ask, it will give. The law of assumption clearly states that your assumptions about who you are and what you own shape your experience, as taught by mystic Neville Goddard, a faithful student of Abdullah the Ethiopian. If you assume you are someone who always waits, struggles, and watches others receive first, you will unconsciously filter reality to confirm it. But if you assume that you are the rightful heir to abundance, that it is natural for you to receive, your reality shifts to reflect that. At this point, whether in relationships, money, or any other sphere, you stop seeing yourself as someone owed and start embodying the person who is already collecting. That's when the vault opens, and until that happens, your inheritance stays untouched. Now that we know what to do, it's time to take action. So how do you move from waiting to collecting? The one thing I can assure you about this process is that you don't beg. First, you shift your mindset and apply the law of assumption to your benefit and not to your detriment. Next, you claim your inheritance. And finally, boom, you receive. That, dear friend, is the 3-step method of accessing your reserve, and here are the details of the process. The first step is to shift your mindset from depletion to declaration, because you don't attract what you want, but attract what you already are. If your dominant state is depletion, your life will reflect depletion, and if you didn't know, the reverse will also hold true. That cycle ends when you decide, consciously and irrevocably, to stop identifying with lack. To lock this shift in place, start with a declaration. I am no longer available for depletion. I am open to new opportunities and ready to receive them. Say it with finality and feel it in your being, because this is not a wish but a soul-felt decision. From here on, don't dwell on what's missing. Instead, immerse yourself in the feeling of fulfillment. Because before the outer abundance shows up, you must practice walking, talking, and thinking like the person who already has it. I hope you got that. Step 2 is to issue the claim. That is still the law of assumption in action, but in an expanded form. Here, your imagination is your withdrawal slip, not imagination as flights of fantasy, but that which is associated with total emotional and nervous alignment. To lock this in tonight before you sleep, choose one thing you want to collect. Is it financial peace, deep love, or career success? Just create a simple post-fulfillment scene in your mind, not imagining getting it, but imagining already having it, complete with positive emotions. Picture yourself smiling as you see your bank account balanced, or laughing with the partner who feels like home, or even reading the yes email you've been waiting for. Don't just see it, feel it. Feel the gratitude, feel the relief, and feel the joy. Replay these feelings until they become like a memory, then sleep in that feeling. By doing this, you're impressing your subconscious with a new assumption, the one that says you've signed the cosmic withdrawal slip. Now, just one more thing about this slip. You will be paid far more than you quote and unquote deserve. Why? You see, the human mind, running on logic alone, can never totally fathom the degree of unmerited favor available to those who align with the divine treasure room. That's exactly why the kingdom of heaven is entered easily by children or those with childlike faith. Divine reward is not a tit-for-tat kind of exchange, a fact also illustrated in the biblical parable of the talents, where the industrious servant receives a multiplied reward. Finally, step 3, balance the exchange by mastering the art of receiving. Here's where most people drop the ball. They don't know how to receive but deflect compliments and feel guilty when others help. They give endlessly but cringe at the idea of being given to. This often results from the default religious or social conditioning that overlooks the primordial abundance of God. They forget that history has it that the Master Jesus had time for a foot massage with expensive perfume, something many zealots today will look at as decadence. This mindset of inability to balance giving and receiving clogs the flow by preventing the universe from literally enjoying moving itself around through us. To receive abundance, after giving, you must practice gracious receiving. When someone compliments you, don't dismiss it, simply smile and say, "Thank you, I receive that." When help is offered, accept it, don't minimize it, don't deflect it, receive it as training for the greater abundance that is on its way. Because by keeping the current of giving and receiving flowing, you prove to yourself, and the universe, that you're ready for larger deposits to flow your way. Let's now look at the signs that you have initiated a successful withdrawal. As you shift, signs will appear. These are not coincidences. They are your cosmic bank statements, proof that the process is working. Synchronicities will become rampant in your life. Repeating numbers like 1111 or 777 will flood your waking day. Conversations that answer the very questions you've been holding will suddenly happen around you. An unexpected call, opportunity, or synchronicity that feels too precise to ignore will be your lot. Are these miracles? Maybe they are. But more importantly, they are evidence that your focus has shifted and your mind, attuned to abundance, now notices what aligns with it. On your own part, make sure to greet every sign with gratitude and don't overanalyze. Just say, "Thank you. I see the withdrawal processing, and I am grateful." So, that voice telling you, "The universe owes me," wasn't wrong per se. But it was not exactly right in suggesting there is a debt repayment due to you for what the universe borrowed from you. That is ego wisdom, and it is baseless. Your soul knows that there is a vast inheritance of abundance that has always been set aside for you, accruing from your consistent deposits over time and in multiplied form relative to what you initially sowed. It was your ego, used to never having enough, that felt it was tit for tat. You see, those struggles were never the key to receiving it. The long wait was never the price to pay before you accessed it. Your power lay and still lies in the moment you will eventually declare, "I am ready to receive." The inheritance was always yours, you are the heir, and the vault is full. The signature required is your assumption, your declaration, and your readiness to receive. Because, contrary to your earlier understanding, God is not in the business of owing or paying debts. It releases reserves to all who have made deposits and now activate the three-step protocol, and it releases in good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And yours, dear viewer, is not only ready. It is both ready and waiting. Like and subscribe if you found value in this presentation, and keep on being the earthly ripple of divine love as you remain blessed and renewed on all levels.